cool cats, welcome to a new mobile game that I'm going to start showing off called Azur. New as in new for you guys seeing it on my channel, not an actual new mobile game. I've been playing it for a month now and I've really come to love the game. It's got a very friendly free-to-play model that I've been totally enjoying. It kind of reminds me of Girls Frontline in that sense. This episode is going to be focused on the event playing right now, the Fallen Wings event. All of the information I obtained from this event is either by my own experience or following along what I found on the wiki for Azur. This is meant to be just kind of a visual guide for you guys, but I have included the link to the wiki where I obtained all this information below. That all being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. First of all, I think we should cover the part that everyone loves, and that is the ships. This event has 9 ships total for this event, and while I don't own them all yet, we can go over them really quick. 5 ships that you can get from the gacha are indeed gacha exclusive, so you can only obtain them during this limited building event. I'm no expert by any means on these ships, so for your benefit, I will not be sitting here and classifying how good or bad a ship is on a tier list or anything, but if you're trying to assess how high a tier these units are, Washington and Minneapolis are definitely going to be at the very top. Since they are limited, this is your chance to drop your cores to get them. First up is Washington. She has a construction time of 4 hours and 50 minutes. She's a battleship with 2 skills, Courageous Shelling and Knight of the Iron Bottom Sound. Courageous Shelling has a 40% activation chance, which can be upgraded to 70%, to barrage at enemies every 20 seconds. Knight of the Iron Bottom Sound is where pairing her with South Dakota works nicely, as when South Dakota's HP drops to 30% or less, Washington's damage will increase by 5, upgraded to 20%, absorb 30% of damage taken by South Dakota, and will also give South Dakota a protective barrier that prevents any lethal damage happening for 5 seconds. Procs only once per battle, but that's quite nice. Second is Minneapolis. She has a construction time of 1 hour and 56 minutes. She's a heavy cruiser with 3 skills. First is Bull of the Lake Capital, where upon destroying an enemy vessel, her firepower will increase by 5%, upgraded up to 15%, and reload by 10%, upgraded to 30%, for 12 seconds. It can activate once every second, but it does not stack. Duration will reset every activation. Her second skill is Dullahan, which is when her health falls under 30%, she takes less damage by 5%, and that can be upgraded to 10% for the next 16 seconds. Her speed drops by 2 and she recovers 1%, which can be upgraded to 4% max health every 3 seconds. This can only happen once per battle. Her final skill is Full Barrage, which is every 12, which can be dropped down to 8 times her main gun is fired, she will trigger her full barrage. Third is Colorado, who is a battleship. Her construction time is 4 hours and 25 minutes, and she brings with her 1 skill, which is the Big 7. It has a 20% upgraded to 40% activation when firing her main gun, that she will fire a frontal barrage. Fourth is another battleship, Maryland. Her construction time is, like Colorado, 4 hours and 25 minutes as well. And she comes with the Big 7 skill, just like Colorado, and also the skill Fighting Mary. When her health drops below 30%, and this can be upgraded to 70%, her damage dealt will increase based on how low her HP is, up to 15%, and that can be upgraded to 35%. Lastly is Calc, a cute destroyer with a construction time of 27 minutes. She has 2 skills, Wind's Protection, which has a 20% upgraded to 40% activation upon launching a torpedo. She will evade all attacks for 5 seconds. The other ability is Full Barrage, which has every 15 upgraded to 10 times her main gun is fired. She will trigger her full barrage. Hopefully you get all the units you want out of this gacha. Next up, we'll talk about the ships that are obtained from the event outside of the gacha, and that is from either as a drop or the event shop. Firstly, there's North Carolina. She can be obtained as a drop on the maps B3 and D3, and you can also obtain one from Phase 3 from the event exchange. She's a battleship with 2 skills. First is her air cover, which while alive, she will reduce the incoming aviation damage for the backline by 5%, upgraded to 15%. Second is her double A firepower. In battle, her own firepower will be increased by the sum of 10%, upgradable to 30% of her own anti-air stat. Second is Almost Heaven, West Virginia, who can be obtained as a 3-star reward for clearing B3, D3, and is also a drop from stages B1, D1, D2, D3. She brings with her the Big 7 skill that we've already discussed. Lastly, from the drops we can obtain Wasp, which is in the first box rewards from the event shop, or you can pick her up from stages A3, B2, C3, D1, D2. She is an aircraft carrier with the skill Wasp Double Sting. When there's a Royal Navy ship in the main fleet, whenever Wasp launches an airstrike, there's a 30% upgraded to 50% chance of launching another round of airstrike with Spitfires. The event-only ship is the Cute Destroyer Hobby with the skill Full Barrage. That's the same skill as Calx, and also the skill Little Star. It states that 15 seconds after a battle begins, the whole fleet's firepower, reload, and evasion are increased by 1.5, and this can be upgraded to 6% for 20 seconds. My own personal opinion is to try to use as many cores as possible to grab the rare ships and to chip away at this event as best you can to try to get North Carolina. I don't want to spend too much time looking at the skins, but we do have 3 new limited skins: Minneapolis, Hobby, and Calc. Honestly, I think Calx makes her look even cuter, and I wish I had more money to buy that skin. It just looks so adorable. But yeah, here are the 2 skins for Calc and Hobby. As you can see, their little outfits. Oh, it's so adorable. And then I have Minneapolis's right here. Now on to discussing the event itself. During this event, you can pull from the event gacha. You need to collect the big 2 prizes from the box before you can move on to the next box of the gacha. This means that you could get incredibly lucky on your first 2 pulls and move on to the next box, or you could be extremely unlucky and have to open the whole box before you can proceed to the next one. The currency for this gacha comes from playing the event. There's a huge breakdown on the wiki on how much currency you need to do this, but to keep myself from basically copy-pasting the wiki, suffice it to say that keeping up with your daily clearing of each stage and your daily missions and doing the bare minimum for this event should net you nearly 28,000 currency. So how does this event work? Well, first, make sure you do all your daily missions and also clear each stage 1 time per day. That will earn you currency. I've already done my daily event missions, but I can show you the event itself. You may notice that there are enemies moving around on the map, like this one up here. These are called sirens, and they will go after your ships. They have the same drop pool as the boss on the map, with the exception of dropping the SR ship North Carolina. The other thing you will find occasionally is the transport ships. You can capture these ships by surrounding them on all 4 movement squares by either your ships or physical objects or the mines that the game provides you. In order for me to show that off, I'm probably going to have to record after I've encountered one. So with the power of editing, we will jump to that next. Alright. So I had to mess around a little bit because this is my first time actually capturing a ship, but here we go. You're gonna drop that right there, and I believe if I move right here, captured. Nice. And that's how you capture a ship. Get some extra stars out of it. Nicely done. Thank you guys so much for watching this event overview for the Fallen Wings event. If you guys enjoyed this video and want more content like this, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you guys are trying to figure out how else you can support me, I do have a Twitch and I also have a main Let's Play channel. I also have a Patreon, but I much rather having people enjoy my Let's Plays or watching me on Twitch instead. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!